To introduce this debate, Brendan Howlin TD, Minister for Public Expenditure and Reform.
Thank you very much, Chairman. It's great to have the last session of the evening. Chair, delegates, the Labour Party has been the party of political reform in Ireland since the foundation of the state. It was Labour that introduced ethics in public office legislation. It was Labour that introduced spending limits and transparency of donations in the electoral acts in the 1990s. It was Labour that introduced the original Freedom of Information Act. It was Labour and Labour councillors that held the line against corrupt planning in Dublin. It was Labour that led the campaign for a liberal Ireland, the liberal Ireland we now live in the area of equality, equal pay, women's rights, the rights of gay people, the rights of people with disability, the simple right to remarry. Others talk, Labour acts. And now it falls upon us again to clear up the mess that Fianna Fáil have left behind. For make no mistake about it, the crisis that we are now in is as much a political one as an economic one. We need to change how things are done. Pat Rabbitte introduced the first whistleblowers bill as long ago as 1999. This year, I hope to make it law. Rory Quinn introduced the first bill to secure the registration of lobbyists in 1999. Over the next 12 months, I hope to make that law too. Labour introduced the first Freedom of Information legislation in 1997. It was emasculated by Fianna Fáil in 2003. We will restore the powers of the original bill. We'll put that on the statute book, and then we will broaden its remit. Some, including some newspaper commentators, have cited delays in introducing legislation. Strange that, when you refer the draft legislation to a Dáil committee for detailed scrutiny, that's delaying things. But if you proceed without doing that, you're rushing the legislation through the House. Delegates, this is critically important legislation for us and for our country, and we will do it properly. 2 years ago, our party leader, Eamon Gilmore, promised a constitutional convention to prepare the Constitution to properly celebrate the centenary of the Easter Rising. Since coming to office, we've been working with our government partners on this issue. The Taoiseach will shortly be bringing proposals to Cabinet outlining the outcome of those discussions with the opposition parties on a constitutional convention, and we will speedily set up that convention as soon as that is done. This is new, this is exciting, a way of changing our constitution. We will start with the consideration of the voting and the duration of the presidential term. In addition to addressing these issues, the process will help us determine what works, and we will move on then to address all the other issues that we've outlined in the programme for government. We've seen the limitations of top-down change. We hope to give the people ownership of this basic law. It's an interesting and radical experiment in Irish political life, born of Labour's ideas and commitment, and we will start it very soon. Delegates, I've been honoured to be appointed not just Minister of Public Expenditure, but also Minister of Reform, and I take both of those responsibilities equally seriously. I'm determined, in the period of time we have before us, to leave behind a body of work that copper fastens this party's proud record as Ireland's true party of reform.